Welcome to the Love and Victory Show with Val. This is your main man, Brother CARTER's in the building, and I'm going to be the co-host of the show and host it, actually.
Yeah, you're going to host it.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit back and see if I have to do any critiquing over here. I'm going to stay in my place today.
No, dude, you in your rightful place.
I'm in my rightful place.
Get your words right. Without a Val, there'll be no Love and Victory Show with Val.
Okay.
So you automatically just just
that's
there.
That's why I love my boo.
All right.
Taking notes.
Yeah. Show is we haven't counted you out, gentlemen. We haven't counted you out, and I know society want to count us out as men. I ain't just talking about as black men. Everyone can see that we all are black men, and I still don't see my brothers.
But if you introduce them, they're gonna bring them in. See, I got to keep saying everything.
Okay.
See why you need it.
Okay.
Yeah, see why you need. You got to say that.
Who's gonna click them one at a time?
No, it's on, baby.
All right. I just needed to see them over there. So I need the people to see. We got some good-looking brothers on the show today. Brother Rickey Getwood. Yeah, what's going on, Rickey?
Man, life is good.
Life is good.
Absolutely.
You have no complaints, huh?
And even if I did, I wouldn't share them with you right now.
But you know what? On the Love and Victory Show, we have a way of pulling those things out of you. So just stay tuned.
Yes,
All right,
it'll be intentional. Trust me.
Yes, sir. We have Brother Rickey Goodwood, and we have Brother Vernon Henry. Vernon Henry, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Man, all right. Welcome to the show, brother.
I appreciate it.
We like to start this segment off with you guys telling the people a little bit about yourself. I know you gave a few words about who you are. And Rickey, I'm going to start with you. You chose 5 things. What are those things you chose, the words that you chose? That describe yourself.
From the first time I was here, I think
you've evolved since then. So why don't you just tell us who you are and what you do?
I told you every time I see you, there's always something new.
Okay.
That's happening with me.
Well, who are you today, then?
Today, I am a self-care specialist.
Self-care.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm promoting self-care to myself first, and then to everybody else around me.
All right.
That's my thing. So get your mind right, get your body right, get your spirit right, get your finances right. All for yourself first.
All right.
That's who I am.
And then you reach out to start trying to help somebody else along the way.
Well, here's the thing. I don't reach out to people no more. They come to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That's when because now you are different. You're walking different. Your perspective and people see you different.
Yeah.
So they want some of what you got going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've learned that when you have a gift, and it's intentional, you give it to a person on purpose, not accidentally. I'm not just going to go out and buy a random gift and say, I think you like this. It's like, no, it's actually for you for a particular thing, for a particular time. So it's on purpose. You know what I mean?
That's your brother Rickey right there, man. Rickey know what he's talking about around here.
Yes, that's real though.
And that fits in line with the acronym that came in today about being unique and standing out and stuff like that, and having confidence and all that kind of stuff.
We're going there today.
So that's good, Rickey. All right. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, man. We love you so much, man. We thank you for coming to the show, and thank you for whenever we invite you, you always accept. So we're so grateful for that. Amen.
Absolutely.
And also we have my brother, my co-worker over here, Brother Vernon Henry. Vernon Henry, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, I know when you asked me to give me 5 words about myself, 5 or 6, I think only one I remember is just pushy.
Yeah.
So
I love
that. Say pushy, huh?
Yeah, so I'm pushy, But anyway,
and what does that mean? Well, when you say you're pushy,
I think to me, I think it's more about being persistent. Being persistent in life and being able to overcome. And then being overcomers, we're overcomers by the words of our testimony. So I've learned that in life you have to be pushy. So really I'm just a man that's concerned about the whole man. And so I try to pray each day and ask the Almighty as I go out to put someone in my way that I can be a blessing to in that manner. Just to be able to minister to people with my testimony.
All right,
we're gonna have a good show.
Yeah. We get ready to have a good.
Brother, these brothers have been around for a little while now. I ain't gonna call y'all ages out.
Y'all. In other words, y'all old.
Yeah, no, not in that, but in other words, that you've been tested.
Yes,
and you have some things that you can talk about because you you've been through trials and tribulations of life, and so therefore you have some things in your life where people have counted you out. And so therefore you're still standing.
Yes, sir.
And you're able to come onto this show. So what particularly grabbed you about this particular topic today there, Brother Vernon?
Well, I think what you said, we haven't counted you out, because really in today's society, you're counted out automatically. You counted out before you get started.
Right.
That's why, when you commit a crime, the first thing they say is they have to reiterate that you're innocent until proven guilty, because right away you're guilty.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the thing that really captured me is when you say we haven't counted you out, because in society we count so many people out.
Right.
And I'm even guilty of it myself. I was riding the other day, and so it's right by my house. It's this homeless guy. Always, he's always standing out there. And I give him money, and I'm like, and so I'm thinking to myself, like, man, this dude been out there I've been traveling this way for 6 years now, and I've been giving him money the whole time. But I had to stop myself and say, no, that's not what I'm here for. That's not my purpose. My purpose is not to judge whatever he's doing. My purpose is just to do what God put on my heart to do. And so if the Almighty put it on my heart, then that's the way I go.
Okay.
So I really believe that part right there, counting out, I think that's a big thing in our society today.
Okay. All right, Rickey, what grabbed you about this particular subject here?
But I kind of always have a
and I'm gonna come back to you, Vernon, too, because I want to know something personal about how it impacts you personally, not somebody else. Okay. So Rickey, go ahead.
For me, to be honest, man, I never felt completely counted out, because I never completely counted myself in. It's gonna sound weird. Sound very, very weird.
But this is a deep brother. Y'all got to keep up with Rickey right here. He never been counted out because he never counted himself in.
Yeah, I never fit in with any particular group for years, and I got to a point in like my mid-30s where I was like, I'm okay with that, because if I'm trying to fit, trying to force myself to be in a situation, I'm always going to be counted out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, why trying to appease a particular situation or a particular group? Let me just be myself, because I'm always going to be within myself.
Yeah.
So I'm never counted out. I'm always within.
Now, Rickey, that's who you are today. But there was a time in your life where things wasn't so gravy in your life, and you were counted out.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be here today, if I know your story correctly.
Oh man, I got 10 of them.
I got 10
of them.
And so many of us, and what we want to do here on the Love and Victory Show is not just tell your story, but know that your story and how you live today can affect someone that's listening to us today. There are a lot of people that are counted out and down and out.
Well, I think what I want to jump in.
I wasn't finished.
I'm sorry. I know y'all see what I do every time. I be like, I'm gonna let the host. Okay,
but go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Come on. No.
Okay.
I told you like E.F. Hutton. When you open your mouth, I shut down.
One of the things when I think about counting out, I think it's for me. I think I counted myself out because I listened to what others had to say and their opinion of me. And so I think a lot of times, especially as women, we get in, and I don't know, I can't speak for a man because I'm not a man, but we get into that headspace and we allow people to dump garbage in on us. And so we sometimes start counting ourselves out before we get out the gate. And we have to go through a process of cleaning all of that crap out and really starting to look in the mirror and say, I'm all right. I'm not what they say I am. And so when I look in the mirror, I'm all right with me. So that's how I feel about the count out.
All right. Now I'm coming back to you on Vernon on that same question. If you would be
and to kind of piggyback off of that, because I had a similar situation. So I started a business. The thing I love to do, I'm a chauffeur, and I'm really good at it, and so what I did was, but I'm an entrepreneur also.
Yes.
So I started a chauffeur business. And so I started this business, but I started with no capital. I just got out there, got a car, and said, I'm just going to learn and I'm going to do it. And so I'm out there every day. But me and my wife, we really wasn't on the same page with it, and everybody like, oh, you got the love, would you drive Uber, and so everybody would just kind of, kind of minimize my effort.
And that's what man will do to you. Yes.
And so, but
how you gonna have a limousine service in Volkswagen?
Exactly. And so I had this one client, and I would get up every morning. I would get up at 4:30 every morning, and I would pick him up, and I would take him where he needed to go. And so I did this for like 6 months. I'm just get up, and I'm still doing other work, but I was faithfully doing this. And so one morning I was riding on 610. I had dropped him off, and I was riding 610, and I looked in the mirror at myself, and because I'm kind of like thinking, and I'm like, yo, bro, you getting up every day, you doing this, blah, blah, blah. I'm just kind of recounting what I'm doing.
Right.
And I pick up the phone and I call my wife. I said, you know what? I said, I'm a bad dude. You know that? And she say, what you talking about? I said, I get up every morning. I say, no, nobody, I don't have an alarm clock. Anybody got to wake me up. I just get up every morning. And I take care of this business every morning. I say, and here I am been looking for somebody to confirm that I'm the guy.
You're looking for affirmation, huh?
It's already there.
And all I had to do was just look in the mirror. Because when I looked in the mirror, I saw something totally different. I saw somebody that was committed, somebody that was taking care of business. And irregardless to who I've been in the past. Now, because there was a time in the past where I wasn't committed and I wasn't taking care of business.
Right.
And so what happens is, I think on that counted out thing, that's another thing also, because people look at your past behaviors. They look at your past and they want to keep you there. They want to keep you in that place.
And that's true. That is true.
And so when I had to kind of take a look at myself, I was like, nah, you the guy, man. You the man.
You that guy, man.
Not only do you look good, but you're doing it good. So
So I told y'all this is gonna be an epic show today. So y'all get ready for it. I want y'all to tune into the show, man. Go tell your friends. Man. All right. Okay, we have a few questions on the show here that we'd like to get the ball rolling, and I'm gonna ask AR to read the first question on the show if she will.
Okay. Just the first one right there. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So why do you guys think men's emotions aren't taken as seriously in our culture?
Men's
emotions and feelings.
Okay, that's not taken seriously.
That's not taken as seriously.
Wow. Rickey, you want to jump?
Y'all sure y'all want me to go on there?
Go ahead.
I'm going to be asking you guys to read because I didn't bring any glasses with me today. So Rickey, what you think about that?
I think too many things is probably the most complicated part is. But my immediate thought is this. The expectation that's been set on us is ridiculous. Okay. The human aspect of us.
When you say the expectation they put on, what does that look like?
General.
And a man's supposed to not have feelings and all this type of stuff.
You're supposed to be tough. You're supposed to be hard. You can't express yourself. If you cry, you're a punk. And I've been doing, believe it or not, funny story. I've been doing a lot of research on this. And there was another podcast. They did a census report with women who judged men who cried. Okay. They took 100 women and they said, if your man came to you and he cried on your shoulders and he was like, oh, baby, I'm having a hard time in life and life sucks. I want to, kill myself and I hate myself and all the good stuff. Right. Yeah. And they asked them, do you still respect that man? 90% of them said no. They said no. They don't respect that man because he cried, because he was open, because he was vulnerable, right? Yeah. So the mindset of the masses is that if a man is crying, he's showing his vulnerability, he's showing that he's weak, and we're expected to fix ourselves no matter what.
Right.
Which, you already know me, that's two sides to every story. In both cases, it's technically true. You are supposed to be able to fix yourself and be the man you should be for yourself first, then the partner that should be for the person that you're with, right? But most men never go through the work to fix themselves first.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Right. That's the
you
truth.
don't fix yourself 1st.
Mhm.
So you get with a person who you expect to help you fix yourself, and they haven't fixed themselves, and you ain't fixed yourself. So
You
both
got
of
a
y'all
hot
mess
mess.
up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Well, the problem is
Yeah.
most of us don't know we need fixing.
There you
Well,
go.
You know,
I disagree
Yeah.
with
most
that.
of us believe
Yeah.
that we got it
Yeah.
together.
I disagree.
Yeah.
A person knows that they need to be fixed.
Right.
It's making the decision to go and get it. It's easy to keep saying it's you,
Right.
versus doing the
Okay,
work on yourself.
This is from a male's perspective. This is from a male's perspective. And therefore, being a female, you may not understand from a male's perspective.
But you know what? But if
Yeah.
you look at that perspective that Val just gave us,
Right.
basically what happens is that when you are when you're in a situation, you can't see your situation.
There you go.
Everybody else can see your situation.
Right.
So for you to say, well, you know, there are a lot of times. This is like when I was a young man. I got married when I was like 19 years old, and I turned 20 like in 2 days.
Okay.
You know, so basically, and I'm 50 right now, and you know, y'all can see the gray wolf on me. So I ain't trying to front,
Yeah.
but I've been married my whole life. You know,
Yeah.
and so when I got married, there were things that I was going through. And I didn't understand. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know I was in those things. I didn't know the type of person that, because I didn't know who to be. I hadn't even grown yet.
Yeah.
I hadn't even.
Child.
I hadn't even came to understand who I was.
Right.
You know, less long. And then I got married and I already had a family already. My son, you know, which is now 30 years old. He was 8 months old when I married this woman,
Okay.
and he wasn't my son.
Yeah.
You know, so I came in married, already made family.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and then I'm still trying to figure out me.
Yeah.
You know, and then I had a bunch of folks around me.
Telling you.
What they were saying was, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's not this.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, somebody show me. You know, but nobody would show me.
Nobody,
you know, they would only
nobody
say,
would hold your hand and guide you and lead you.
No,
Wow.
no, because as a man,
you got to figure it out.
you got to figure it out,
Yeah.
and you are already supposed to know it.
Okay, if you don't mind,
Go
I'm
ahead,
going to
man.
ask this question. Why does a man have to figure it out? Or is that part of something that the man has been told or they think versus a woman? We don't mind getting in there and doing it and even asking questions. Men just think that y'all know it all.
I think it's been been embedded in us from knee high to
But I think when I think about that, that's still a lot of the old stuff. It's like we don't need to go to counseling. That's why so many of us I don't need to talk to anybody. I'm gonna keep my business at the house. And I think that goes back to
we're gonna get to that part. What you talking about? What we need to do? Well, we're talking about the bottom right now. I know where you're going with that.
Okay.
But we got to start from the bottom and work our way up to the top. Okay, because we still talking about when we was many of us growing up as young boys maintain that same mentality as grown men.
Yeah.
And so our epic show today, we want to help those brothers out there that are still in that little boy place and have not grown into the grown man that they need to be or should be. And they probably don't even know how to be because no one has ever told them, or like Vernon was saying, they just criticize, but they never say, well, this is what you can do to improve yourself. So,
yeah, well, I want to, if you can you read the comment that Sonia Smith just said, please?
Yes, ma'am. She said, I'll never understand why people don't feel as if a man isn't supposed to have emotions. Are they not human?
And then she came back and said,
deep.
That was very deep. Then she came back and said,
I think she was requesting a song.
Oh, God, she wants another song. Okay. It's not on that. Okay, we don't have that. But I that comment that she made, I thought it was so befitting for what we're talking about right here. Because you guys do have emotions.
Yeah. Well, I was speaking as one that don't have a problem with his emotions. I don't know I think I have a problem though, because I mean I cry about Old Yeller.
Okay.
I just
well, I don't think it's a problem. I think that you're okay with.
No. It's something because I was looking at TV yesterday, and something was on TV.
But what they got to do
And
with
there's something
this?
about some, I need therapy. I know I need therapy about this. There was something on TV and something about heroic actions that take place on TV, good gestures and good people doing good things that it brings emotions inside of me, and I got a problem with that.
Let me jump in right quick.
Please jump in.
Help me, help me help somebody.
Right. Well, here's the thing, man. I think we got to stop looking at emotions as a problem. And start embracing it as a human characteristic.
Yes.
Okay.
It's no longer a problem if nobody's mad at you when you laugh.
Yeah.
Right.
What I mean? People only get mad at you when you get mad.
Yeah.
They laugh at you when you laugh.
Okay.
So when you cry, they're supposed to cry with you.
That's what the Bible says.
So it's no longer something's wrong with me. No, actually, something's not embracing all of you.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with you saying,
Man.
I got this trigger. Everything is a trigger.
Wait, man. I've been healed.
I've
been delivered. I appreciate
that was
that,
a free-
Rickey. Ain't nothing wrong
man.
with me.
Ain't
Hell,
nothing
I thought all this time something
No,
wrong. Man,
man.
I'm gonna go back here and shed a tear in a minute. But go ahead, continue.
Nothing's wrong with it. Again, with us as humans, when we don't learn to embrace every single part of who we are, that's the problem.
Yes.
That's the real problem.
Right,
It's
right.
And so when we cry or we have a particular emotion, it's just a trigger.
Yeah.
Right? So anything that triggers us and we're not comfortable with the trigger,
Ooh.
that's the emotional area that we haven't tapped into.
Wow,
That thing pushed my button.
Yeah.
So you only hurt when you haven't healed.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Trigger. So,
And then I also think too that when, like you say, when something happened like that, I think it's just a part of us, an awakening in you also.
Right.
Because as you grow, and I don't think it's much growing older, but I just think it's just growing as a human being. You begin to open your heart to different things.
Yeah.
And so as your heart begins to open, and it starts to allow different other emotions to come along with it. So if you just become a little bit more empathetic, and you become a little bit more aware of things around you.
Yeah, and I think also, as far as me, I can talk about me.
Yeah.
I think guilt has a lot to do with it also. Guilt of not doing some things that you should be doing in life. And those bring up some kind of emotions also.
Triggers.
That's a trigger.
They're all triggers.
All triggers.
I didn't. You know what? I hear you talk about triggers all the time, but I didn't know men had triggers too.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to last.
Our triggers are even worse.
I'm
Say
telling
it again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to last week. And if you remember last week, you kind of talked about how it was a tough week for you. And usually Lawrence is one that stays like this.
Yeah.
He's very cool, but it was tough and he lost his cool. Lawrence never loses his cool. And so it was just a really rough week. And I said, well, God just was showing you that you're human too.
Wow.
Sometimes we can get we're like this. We think that nothing can really rock us. That
I think I'm so spiritually sound.
Yes.
Well, that happened to me last night.
Did that happen to you?
Oh yeah. So because I'm getting ready to take this trip, and I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. And then my wife, she had to take off, and she's in Florida, and she's helping my son. He had ankle surgery, and
he wasn't in the Tampa area, was he?
No, he's up in Jacksonville, and so we were concerned about that. But she's like, I think the storm is coming this way. I'm like, no, it's not coming that way. But the news, I said, no, don't listen to the news. Listen to me. So I'm being this rock the whole time. There last night.
And darn well that storm headed right
there. It's clear as day.
Right. And so, but then just last night we were on the phone, we were on FaceTime, and she asked the question, and it just bam, just hit me. And she told me, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I just need to call you back. And then so I get off the phone, I'm like, man, what's wrong with me, man? So I go outside, I take the dog outside, I'm in the backyard. I'm like, okay, man, I can't be emotional. I got to go on this show tomorrow that I'm saying this stuff, and then I'm all screwed up. And I'm like, man, just calm down. So
Okay. So so I'm not alone then.
No.
Okay.
No.
So what we're gonna do? I want you to come
But before we I need to clarify something.
Okay.
That was not a song. That was actually a book that T.D. Jakes wrote. So I just want to make sure that we are clear on what that was.
Oh, you're talking about
thank you, Sonia
comment?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Okay. Man, I told you it's going to be epic today. And we have two fantastic guests on the show today, Brother Rickey and Brother Vernon. They bringing the noise this morning. So we thank y'all for coming in there. Thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for viewing the show.
I like the noise.
So I want y'all to take a moment just to look at the cameras and let the people say wave at the people, and appreciate y'all.
Right.
There you go.
So we're gonna talk about man up right now. I can vaguely see this here. Read that.
You got it.
I seen something that say man up somewhere.
No,
Question 3, I believe.
Yes, I got you.
Okay.
How do you feel about the saying "man up"?
How you feel about that? And let's and when we go there, I want you to think about a Lil Vern.
Yeah.
When we go back to talking about man up, because I'm sure as young men we heard that coming up as young lads. How you feel about that?
Well, I think that I'm reminded of particular instances when I was a younger man, and my ex-wife used to say that all the time. You need to man up. You need to be a man. And so kind of one day it just kind of dawned on me, because I do a lot of thinking about stuff, but I normally think about conversations after the conversation. I don't think about them during the conversation.
We don't react to it, so to speak.
Yeah, no, I'm just emotional doing that time. So we get in the conversation, we having an argument. It's not a conversation. But then afterwards, I go back and I'll kind of reflect, and I was thinking.
So as you reflecting now, that's why we played the disclaimer. This radio station is not responsible for the words that come out of Rickey, Vernon, and Lawrence's mouth right now. So, and so sometimes words might slip out, but remember, this is a gospel radio show, and we want to just be.
That's the hardest thing about being on the show. Filter.
There you go. All right. Yeah. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna talk like I'm talking to my daddy. Because I think I only said one curse word to him my whole life. So anyway, but
what your ex-wife say, man up all the time.
Man up. Okay. But then I begin to think like, okay, first of all, how can you tell me you're not a man? Mm-hmm. That's the first thing. So what you don't even know what that means. You're just going off of what somebody said. That's the first thing. And then secondly, what does that mean? What does man up mean?
So as you had time to reflect on that, and what do you think she was saying to you at that point?
Well, I think there's like Rickey was saying earlier, I think there's a label that's put on men in society. Like, okay, you can't do this, or you're supposed to be doing this. And then also I think too, the church has given us a label also, because especially the church I grew up in a sanctified church, if you will, in that church, they say the man is the head of the household, just like Christ is the head of the church.
Right.
So what does that mean to me? That means that my job is to be like God then.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly.
So I'm responsible for everybody's stuff.
Come on.
Hey, man, that's deep. I like
you know what I'm saying? And so how can you put that kind of heavy on me?
Right.
So that when you tell me to man up, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. Like I got to step into the shoes of God, and I got to be able to provide everything for you.
Yeah.
I got to be able to support all your emotional stuff, along with my emotional stuff.
Right. And you jacked up yourself,
and I'm jacked up myself.
Right.
And then I don't know nothing about you.
Wow.
So now I got to be your psychologist, and so to me it's a lot. It's a lot. But when you're a young man, you don't understand that. Because my father was a preacher, and so the word of God is the word of God. And you don't deviate from that. You don't add from it, and you don't add to it, and you don't take it away from it.
But I'm gonna come back in.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna jump in on that because again, we put titles and pressures on unprepared individuals.
Yes, there you go.
And so when I think about who I was as a 20-year-old, and then even who I was as a 30-year-old, And sure, who I was as a 40-year-old is
Yeah.
different than who I am during the
Absolutely.
60s.
Yes.
So I think it's unfair to say to a 18, 19, or a 20-year-old, you need to man up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yes, it is.
absolute. They don't even understand who they are.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
think
I think it's bad to say it to a 50 and 60-year-old man. You know, man up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think at that point that men have gotten to, you should have gotten to the point of understanding about manhood at
Yeah.
50 and 60.
Yeah.
But to put that, and it shouldn't be in the contents of trying to bra whoop you.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times I think when people say that we're trying to hurt, or when a woman say man up,
Yeah.
Trying to trigger.
we're saying it because we're really wanting to get a reaction.
Yes.
Versus trying to say it in a positive way,
Yeah.
you know, in an uplifting way. So
Yeah.
I didn't mean to jump in on that.
So
Absolutely.
that was good, though.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good because in essence, if someone's saying that to you, they should be trying to tell you what area. What are you talking about?
Where
What are you?
area you can
What are
work
you?
on
What
to
are you? What are
improve.
you trying to tell me here?
Well,
You
but the
know?
only problem
It just-
is once you go there with me, you lost me.
Yeah.
Mm.
You,
Right.
You can't. Ain't nothing you can tell me.
Well,
after
that's
that.
true. That's true.
But,
That's
but
true.
why is that?
Well,
Yeah.
Well, because
Go
even though, go ahead, Rick.
no,
No, I
Yeah,
want-
yeah. Well, because to me, first of all, people, and I used to say that men are very powerful, but it's people. You know, because I learned a lot of stuff, you know, from being married all these years. You know, so it's people that are prideful. You know, and when you hit me in a place where you think it's going to wound me, my first instinct is to protect the area that you hit me.
Right.
You know, and so there's nothing you can tell me after you've came to assassinate me or assassinate my character.
Right.
You know, only thing I'm looking at now is an enemy.
and I got to
Wow.
And I got it. And so when my ex-wife would come at with me with that, she couldn't come back and tell me, well, I think that you should.
It's too late for that.
Yeah. She can't come back and say you should be strengthened in this area, this area, this area. You know, there was none of that now.
Yeah.
You know, you told me to man up.
Yeah,
now I'm gonna tell you to woman up.
Okay, but what she was
You know?
really doing was she was fighting with her words because she was hurt.
Exactly.
Broken.
Exactly.
And so, like I said, when a woman is saying that, and I'm not trying to stereotype.
No.
No,
That's
no,
from a woman's
but
perspective.
I'm speaking from a woman. When we say something like that, we're saying it because we hurt. You've done
And
something
you want
to us,
him to hurt.
and we want you to hurt the way you've hurt us.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
please,
Want
And
you
it,
to
but
feel
and
that
it could be another thing too.
Yeah.
It could be a tactic to manipulate you also.
well, it is.
You
It
know what I'm
is.
saying?
Well, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Hurt is.
Yeah.
When someone
So-
is
Yeah,
in
but
a way that's inappropriate or that's painful
Yeah.
to another person,
Yeah.
it is a manipulative.
Yeah. And because sometimes folks do it to you because not of what you done to them, but what somebody else done to them.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Yeah, you know, and they never got that healing.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
you know, and
So
so
you got the special effects from
it-
past history.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me
And
hop in.
sometimes,
Let me say this right
and I'm gonna
quick.
let you go right quick.
It's gonna leave my thought. Like I
Okay,
said,
let me let you
Go
go.
ahead, let it go
All
right
right.
now. Jump in there.
Yeah. So I always like to say this. It makes perfect sense for this situation, everybody. So confidence without clarity is chaos.
Yes.
Okay. So if you're confident in being aggressive
Yes.
without clarity, you're going to have chaos.
Yes.
No matter
Right.
what.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? So if they're so confident with saying, be a man.
Yeah.
You can't even explain to me with
What that
clarity
means, yeah.
Yes.
how to be a man.
Yeah.
Again, what everybody's saying is,
Yeah.
how do I need to do this particular thing? And if
Yeah.
you can't help me do that particular thing, that means you're not qualified to tell me
to
to
be
be
a
a
man.
man.
Yeah.
Yes,
Judge
right
you.
there.
A better way to saying is like, what area do you need help in?
Yes.
That's what I need.
Or maybe,
Yeah.
how about this? You know, and I'm just going to say to my husband.
Go ahead.
So, Lawrence, you know, I really need, when you're communicating about this, if you can say it in this way, much more effective versus saying you don't know how to communicate. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that is going to automatically put a defense up.
Put
Yeah.
a wall up.
Put a wall up. So we just
Yeah,
have
and
to,
especially so if we automatically go into be a man, only thing as men we know is to do is be aggressive.
yes.
If you say be a man, I'm like, all right, bet I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Be aggressive in what area?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
what are we talking about? Hey, you need to fix the refrigerator. All right, I'm about to fix the refrigerator.
So I'm going there and fix
Tie this rascal up.
Don't even know the first thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's just, man, that's why I always tell women, I say, look, y'all have an amazing power that you don't know how to use.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah.
amazing. You don't know how to use it because nobody's ever taught you how to use
You're
it.
right.
So when I even counsel couples, I said, did anybody teach you how to be in a relationship?
Mhm.
Most
No.
people they say no.
No.
Nobody ever taught you how to be in a relationship. Better yet, did anybody teach you about yourself? No. So you get into a relationship with false expectations. You're supposed to be a man. What the heck? What does that mean?
And you're coming in here with your baggage and your pain, and so now we're trying to make this relationship work.
Right. So you want a counselor, not a husband.
Yeah.
You want a life coach.
You want God too, like Vernon was saying.
But,
you know.
Let me say this right quick, because that really triggered everything. Because like when people say, you supposed to God is the head of everything, the house of everything. Think about our perception of what God is. Okay, God is a creator.
He's a creator,
and He delegated everything to do a particular thing.
Right.
So if I am the man and I'm the head, I'm supposed to delegate to do certain things. So you telling me you're supposed to know how to do it? That's not what I'm supposed to do. What I'm gonna do as a man, I'm gonna find somebody who knows how to do that particular thing. I'm not Bob the Builder.
Wow,
I can do basic stuff. I can fix basic things.
Can you really repeat that one more? Because that right there was a trinket. Trinket, I think. So God was a what? Come on, break that down.
God is the creator. Yes. And He delegated and created everything to do a particular thing. Okay? So if everybody has a particular assignment, that doesn't mean He done everything. He say, no. I created that so it could do that. Right. And so as the head of everything, you know what, you want me to do it? Cool. I'm gonna call.
I got somebody.
I got a guy.
That's what I tell my wife. I got a guy.
So look, I always say, look, I'm literally a jack of all trades, the master of none. But the finished saying with that is the master of none is better than the master of none. So I can do a little bit of everything, which means I know somebody in every area of my life. So am I qualified to be a man? I would confidently say yes.
Wow. I love that.
And let's be totally honest here while we're on this show here, that many brothers when are not manning up in life, you know, not going to work like they're supposed to, you know, not fulfilling their husband duties by hanging out in clubs and whatnot, all this kind of foolishness that we do as young men, all that. And so that's not manning up when you thinking I'm a man, I can go where I want to go, do what I want to do, but you're a married man. What are you talking about? You know? So in that aspect, you still can't tell the man up. You know what you got involved with before you got involved with it.
But that goes back to again a broken woman just wanting to latch up and have somebody else save her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're looking for. This man, you see exactly who that man is. You met him in the club. You saw what he was doing. He was talking to this one over here, and he was doing that. You know, but you thought you can change him, and he was going to save you. But you knew exactly what you were getting. So I know that happens too.
So a lot of time, it is what it is. So,
but that don't mean you stay in it. You have.
It take you growing up, and you shouldn't be the same when you're 20, when you turn 30.
No.
When you're from 30 to 40, some kind of effect should take place.
Well, you should try to get better every day.
Right.
You know, and that's a conversation I had with my ex-wife when we got divorced. I told her, I say, because we were married for 17 years. And I told her, I said, for the first 3 years of this marriage, I was screwed up. You know, then the next 14, I got better. What you tried to do is you tried to keep me in the same spot that we were in, that I was in for the first 3 years.
Yeah, okay.
You know, but what I did, I made a conscious effort when my oldest daughter was born. I prayed and I asked God, I said, okay, God, you got to help me get better. I don't know exactly what it is that I need to do.
Right now,
You know, now I know that my father taught me you're supposed to go to work and you're supposed to go to church.
Right.
Now, I don't believe in all the religious aspects of everything that he did, but I do believe in God.
Right.
So I told God, I said, okay, God, I done tried everything else. It ain't working, so you got to help me.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna start moving, and if I misstep, just give me the grace to keep going. You know, and I think that a lot of times as men, we don't want to come out of that comfort zone and just start moving.
Wow, well,
you know, because we got this thing where we don't want the world to see us fail either. We don't want anybody to see us fall. You know, we don't want that. You know, our pride tells us, along with society, that's pointing the finger at you and telling you you're not supposed to fall.
Yeah.
But
you are.
Yeah, well, but that's not,
right.
it's just like Michael Jackson wrote a song. They say and they told me that a man should be faithful and walk when not able, but I'm only human. But that's where we are. As a man, you're supposed to be faithful. You're supposed to walk even when your back is broken. You're supposed to keep walking. But nobody ever looks and say, okay, that guy's just human. And so this is what I tell my sons.
Yeah.
I tell my sons, I'd say, listen, you need to understand that everybody got a butt. Everybody got a butt. I don't care who you are, you got a butt.
Yeah.
LC
That's
is a great
clean version of what you're saying.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I just put it like this here. Say LC is a great guy, but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all got butts.
Everybody got a butt.
And so when I start looking at the world like that, like you got a butt, you got a butt, and you got a butt.
Yeah.
So
I don't have to look at myself.
I ain't got to worry about my butt.
Like I'm a big problem.
It's like
you got a problem too.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good way of looking at it.
Like I'm the only person in the world that just got a butt.
Right.
Because that's what the world wants you to think.
Yeah.
You come in contact with somebody, the first thing they're going to start doing, especially if you become into a relationship with them and they got issues, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to start pointing out your butts to you.
Yeah.
Because they think by pointing out your butts and magnifying your butts that I can't see your butt. I can still see your butt, Rickey.
I can still see your butt.
That is good.
I like that.
I really like that.
Go,
If you don't mind, I
go
really
ahead,
wanna
because
go
I
here.
see you just when.
Do men avoid showing their emotions to take away? Do men
You need
avoid?
your
I
glasses
can't see
too?
my glasses here.
Here, you got it.
Okay.
What question she can
Number
read to
2.
me?
Do men avoid showing their emotions to be taken more seriously?
I really want to know that.
Yeah.
I thought we talked
No,
about
you
that
didn't.
one
You
already.
skipped
We
over.
briefly talked about it. It's I'm very intentional, and I would comfortably say yes and no, because everything is a polar balance, no matter what it is. You have to pick and choose who to sow your seed into, because your tears, your fears, and your words are your seeds.
Yeah.
Everything that comes out of you is a particular seed.
Yes.
So who you're around and who you're sharing it with is going to blossom right where you are.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you may not be qualified to see my tears.
Yes.
That's right.
You may not be qualified to hear my fears.
Yeah.
You may not be qualified to hear my words. So
Yeah.
I'm going to keep quiet because I don't think that you are
You're
appropriate.
qualified.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not qualified to hear my words.
Wow.
So now with the right person at the right time,
And you'll know.
I'll know it,
Yeah.
right? Because energy works that way.
Yeah.
Say it again,
So
right
you
there.
avoid
Yeah.
showing emotions purposely.
I would say
That's what you're saying.
intentionally avoid.
Intentional.
Yeah. Not just avoiding like, oh no, I can't. No, because I don't. Sorry, I gotta filter my words. Because I don't really care anymore about anybody's opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Like people's opinion, their thought process has no effect on me at all. Actually, I've learned to understand how to utilize people's negative energy on purpose. Okay, because here's one thing: here's how energy works on purpose. Like if somebody's hating on you, somebody's mad at you for what you're doing, right, and you argue with them about it, only thing you're doing is giving it right back to them.
Yes.
Right. So if if somebody say they hate you because what you got, I see you doing, you got your radio show, you doing good, whatever you think you all that. Instead of you being like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that because
you.
that's the fuel I need.
I
You know
need
what I'm
it, and I'm gonna
saying?
keep
And I'm gonna
moving.
keep moving.
Yes.
But if you give it right back to him, like, nah, that's just your perception. You just gave it
I
right
just
back
gave
to
it
him.
right back instead of taking that energy and just
You gotta ride with it. So
Yes.
I was thinking about the hurricane,
that's deep.
for lack of better, for the deeper terms. So the yin and the yang, I wish I had a picture of it to understand how like I visualize this thing, right? So anytime there is darkness, it has to be a little bit of light.
Yeah.
Anytime there's a lot of light, there has to be a little bit of darkness,
Yeah.
right? So the hurricane that's happening in Florida, God bless and rest everybody that's there. So that's something dark, right? In that, there's going to be a little bit of light. Because anytime there's destruction, there has to be production. Right?
Yeah.
So there's darkness going on over there right now. The light is the little thing that you can do to help out.
Yes.
That's a little thing.
Yes.
You can't stop it.
You
Yeah.
can't stop
You
it.
can't be like, stop hurricane.
Yeah.
No.
Good luck with that, but
Yeah.
it's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The lightness you can do, hey, you need help, you need money. That's the small thing that you can do.
Right.
But here's the thing. That is a pure manifestation of energy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Think about it. A hurricane is a
Yeah.
magical.
Magical.
That's
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's physically here on Earth,
Yeah.
right? So what's supposed to happen on the opposite side of it? production.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while that's happening over there, you can physically see the manifestation of something like energetic. Right now, while this wave is happening, you're supposed to tap in and understand, even in the light, there's still darkness. Because the darkness is still happening. You know what I'm saying? So right now, what do you want? Right? Not understanding how the balance works with everything. That's emotion, being intentional with your emotions, intentional with your energy, intentional with the people that you're hanging around. You can manifest anything that you want right in this particular time.
And that's why it's also important to really be intentional about your circle.
Exactly. Which is why I'm here right now.
Yes, that's true. But you know, people really don't take that as serious as it is. You really have to be protective of your circle and the people that you're conversating with, who you have around you, because they can eat. I call some people dream killers or snatchers. And so you have to be very, very careful. I'll just use my office.
Your vision with
and I'll just share. I'll talk about my office. You know, I always say in corporate America, when you're in a hostile work environment, you know, it's hostile in that workplace. That starts from the top. It's not something from the bottom because they've allowed this to happen. So one of the things that I try very hard to do is set the tone in my office. And so even though we all have emotions and things going on, I check myself. If I know that I've had a rough day, I'm going to my office. I'm gonna say my highs and my hellos. I'm gonna get these emotions under control, and I'm gonna come back out to this team. Because and the team can't walk around with got an issue. Let's talk. But it's all about. It's a balance. It's a balance. It's a balance. It's so. Oh my! I'm sorry.
It's about energy. It's about producing the proper energy.
I had to just say that. You have to be careful with the people around you because they really can snatch your dream.
If you let them.
If you let them.
Number 4.
Okay.
Number 4.
In what areas do men struggle with their self-esteem?
Self-esteem issues. Self-esteem issues. We're gonna talk about self-esteem issues. Come on, Ricky. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna go to you first on this one.
I know I talk too much sometimes.
That's all right.
Golly. So here's the thing about self-esteem. Self-esteem is really just self-love.
Yes.
And if you don't love yourself, there's nowhere in the world you can have self-esteem because you don't know what to love. Right? Then you're only left with what everybody is expecting. Again, you're supposed to be big, strong, make a lot of money. But if that's not your thing, man, I had a guy the other day.
Because everybody can't do that.
No, man. I stopped cats in the gym all the time, man. They'd be like, man, I want to look like you, work out like. I'm like, look, bro, stop that. That's not for you. You're not doing this particular thing to get this particular result. So don't do that to yourself. Because the only thing you're going to do is look at yourself and be like, I don't have, I should be. And now your self-esteem is going down. Like, man, what are you supposed to be doing? What's your thing? You know what I'm saying?
I hear a lot of brothers often say, man, if I had your hands, I'd cut mine off. I say, man, you better keep your hands. You don't know nothing about these hands here, man.
My hand, you better run slap yourself.
Exactly. So I think the idea of self-esteem is a very unorthodox way of looking at life in general, you know, because it puts you in a box automatically. It's really just how do you love yourself?
Right.
Do you know how to love yourself? And do you know how to communicate your love to me? I can communicate my love to myself. So I can do it to you. I know exactly how to love myself. So I know how to love you. So I'm really full of myself in a non-cocky way. I'm just good. I'm good with me.
And I like hearing that because if you are okay with you, then you definitely can put it out there in the atmosphere.
I have self-esteem. Think about the word like self-esteem. Okay, like
you have that.
I have that, you know, and what is steam? It's hot, it's boiling, it's moving, it's something that's moving. That's the thing. So if you're moving in the area where you're supposed to be moving in, you do have self-esteem to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not doing nothing,
many of us have some struggles with different areas in our lives. You know, your struggle may not be my struggle, and my struggle may not be your struggle. But we all have an area because we're not this perfect being that we call ourselves wanting to be. We are still human. And so we all have areas, I believe, in life.
So what are some
where we have an esteem issue. I mean, you wake up one morning and look yourself in the mirror and you know, you're not feeling so good about yourself this particular day, you know, and that you know, you know.
That don't happen to me, Hank. No.
I know. When you look like the gentleman on the set today, which I don't have that kind of issue.
Yeah.
But everybody don't look like you. Vern, you know.
After what happened, I'll be feeling bad. So I look in the mirror. I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready, baby." No. Seriously though, what I would say is that this is what I was sitting in my office, and so I got 7 siblings. And so we got this text line, you know, so it's just all day. We just going just talking trash and everything. Yeah. And so I'm sitting in my office and I'm thinking, because something happened and it made me feel a certain way. And so I hit them in the text and I said, you know what? I'm 50 years old and I just realized that I'm 50 years old and I still have insecurities. You know, I just realized that.
It just hit you.
And it hit me. Like, and because you're thinking when you're young that the older you get, you're going to get rid of those insecurities. You know, and I think the problem is that learning to embrace where we are and who we are.
Yeah.
You know, because when you can embrace who you are and where you are in life, and you can embrace that. I'm not saying that you should settle, but I'm saying you should embrace who you are and who God has made you. You know, and then and understand that, hey, listen, you know, I am who I am.
Right.
You know, I have certain insecurities. I have certain things that ain't gonna jive with everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Because the truth of the matter is, many of our insecurities started when we were young boys.
Yes.
And those same insecurities you find yourself faced with as a grown
man. But here's the thing y'all doing. I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to sit over here and stay in my place, but y'all not really calling out what those insecurities are. Somebody want to know about at 60 years old, what are some of the insecurities that you still deal with? Like Kobe sitting over there, he 23 years old. He has some insecurities, but he want to know from you older cats.
Okay.
That's go ahead, Kobe. You want to say something?
Also, I had a question for you, Mr. Vernon. How did you realize that you had those insecurities at 50 years
old? 50? I think because I think with me, I always try to reflect every situation that I'm in or every situation that I come into. And so I've come into this situation to where, I've been challenged on a personal level as far as finances are concerned. You know, and so I'm finding myself, you know, as you and I know, you know, I got to go back and work overseas just to build up my bread again. You know, and for a while there, I was feeling really insecure about the fact that, I'm 50 years old, I ain't got all my stuff together, man. You know, I want to say another word, but, you know, I'm talking to my daddy, you know, so, you know, but I'm thinking like, okay, man, I should be a little bit further along than this, you know, but, and it causes an insecurity in you,
right?
You know,
not embracing that you really have everything you need.
Exactly.
Like I got and more, you know, but
because guess what I just said? I'm sitting up in my office.
That's right there.
Who has an office in their house? You know, I'm talking. This is my office. You know,
I
got 3 screens in there. I got a TV. I got a sofa over here. You know, but I'm like, oh man, I need to. You know, but like you say, just embracing that and saying, okay, hey, you know, you may not be where some people are, you know, but you all right. You know, you're blessed. You know, and so I think to answer your question, I think it's just about there are different situations that's going to come in life. Circumstances are going to come, and what they're going to do is they're going to expose you. You know, and so when they expose you, you got a choice, and the choice is you can take that and say, yeah, I'm not, or you can say, yeah, I ain't, but.
Insecurities is like being butt naked.
Exactly.
You know,
you know what I'm saying? You know,
okay.
Yeah. You know, and that's really what it's about. You know, I don't know if you read the story, but there was a story when I grew up. It's called "The Emperor Has No Clothes." You know, so the emperor, the only person, didn't know that he didn't have any clothes on until later on in the story, and then he realized he didn't have any clothes on. You know, that's just the gist of the story. So that's what life is about. You know, there are certain times in your life. Now, you the only person, you think that nobody know. That's why I had a conversation with my wife, my daughter. I told her, I say, everybody already know what you're dealing with. You know, I've been looking at it for the last 6-7 months. You don't want to act like you hiding it. You know, well, that's what life is. And so you'll come to a place and you'll come to that realization, a situation or a circumstance will happen. You'd be like, oh, then your eyes all of a sudden open. Then you looking like, oh crap, But that's, to me, that's the point in your life where you grab it and you say, okay, hey, let's go. It's okay. I'm all right. But you still got to know who God made you. And that's the key right there.
That is the key.
That's the key.
Embracing. I am uniquely made.
Right. Exactly.
That's the way God intended me for me to be.
Yeah.
But I see esteem and confidence kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was thinking about an esteem issue, but it's actually a confident issue.
Right.
Yeah.
As far as standing up, reading in front of people.
Yeah.
Now I can sit down here and just read.
Yeah.
But you get me to stand up to have to read something. Now I can speak off the cuff.
Yeah.
But to sit down and read something, man, that just nerves me all up. So I got low self-esteem when it comes to doing that.
Yeah.
And I had that since I was a little kid.
But let me ask you this here: is it low self-esteem or is it trauma?
That's exactly what I was. It was trauma.
Well, see, trauma, low self-esteem, confidence, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
whatever label you put on it.
But see, I think what happens to us in a lot of times in our life is that there are traumas. Because this is what I learned also, is that there are traumas that happen to us, and we haven't went back and we haven't repaired. We haven't even noticed those traumas. And so until we start examining ourselves, say, okay, you know what?
I got to look back in elementary school. Did the kids laugh at me when I was reading? Or what?
I think a lot of our trauma, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm not gonna brush it over because I know she over here about to go crazy. They want to give us a commercial. We got to pay some bills, and so I'm gonna give you that. But I think a lot of it is that. If you look at the trauma of some of those insecurities, those confident issues, they go back to when we were raised and in the household and what we grew up around and what was said to us and how, the hardest thing is when sometimes it's our own parents.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's our own siblings. Yeah. And so to have to go and look and face that, it's easy to just brush it under the rug or move on because you're saying, well, they weren't perfect. They were human beings. They were imperfect, and they only gave what they could. But you can't move forward until you actually call that out.
Yeah. And another thing on esteem and everything like that, you can't base your life on someone else's life. Many of us judge ourselves, should I say, like you were saying, according to how somebody else. God made somebody else differently. I've been an athlete all my life. I've been in the U.S. Army also. And, we all had to shower in one place. And everybody was not uniquely made as us,
With that, we're going on. Take us out.
I'm just being, I got to call it out for what it is,
That was good.
That was good, baby.
When I was growing up in life, as a young man, it was proper, should I say, for a man to pay on dates. That's probably not so today. So give me your take on should a man be responsible for paying, since we are the head of the house and we're God.
Okay, look, so pause before you even continue with that thing, because the main thing you said just now is the head of the house.
Yes.
So if I'm the head of the house,
you in the house.
Yes, you in the house. You ain't in the house. You ain't my spouse. Why am I paying for your stuff? Okay. Now I'm not saying nothing wrong with doing it. I'm saying, like, hey, look, if you offer a person to go out on a date, that's your choice. Yes, then obviously do it. You said, hey, I want to take you out. But if somebody called me, be like, hey, let's get together and do something, then I'll be like, what are we doing?
Okay.
I'm saying being very intentional. I'm serious, man. If we are clear and confident with our words and we gain the clarity on it, we'll be okay.
Wow.
If I call you, say I want to take you out to dinner, I'm paying for everything. If you call me, say what we doing, then either we have to come up with an agreement, or
let's discuss this we thing.
You saying we, you know what I mean? So
we need to go to friends,
right? But I realize that most people are just not confident in the thing that they're saying and doing, and they're just going on expectations. You know what I mean?
That's true.
They're just not confident in saying, like, most. Man, I remember before I got married and all the good stuff, just going out on a date was just it's stressful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Especially if you ain't have no money. You know what I mean? Like, where we going? It was like, oh, we're going over this nice restaurant. Well, I'm already calculating the bill in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're expecting to pay. But it's like, now it's like, you know, I'm already, you want to go to Papa Do's? At least 125. You calculate the bill in your head, knowing you ain't got the money.
Right.
And my big thing now is, I'm okay with saying no.
There you go.
If you don't want
right
there. Look,
there you go.
If you don't want to go, you ain't got the money.
No, I ain't got it.
I'm just clear.
And see, you have evolved into this individual. There's a lot of brothers that's listening to you right now. They like, wait a minute, man. I don't know how. I don't know how to approach this area right now.
I tell you what, life will teach you though.
Either you can tell the facts or you can be a fool.
Yes.
And I don't think that I don't think it's anything wrong with a woman or a man if we're just dating and we're just getting to know one.
Back on.
No, they're fixing something. They got this. They fixing something.
Go ahead.
I don't think it's anything wrong with a male or a female saying we're going to pay for. We're going to go together. We're going to go Dutch.
Right.
Because I think we put too much pressure on the relationship. So when I have you paying for me and we're just getting to know, then sometime if you pay for something, you're expecting something.
Right.
But if I go in and I say, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if we go in and we're saying, hey, we're just getting to know one another.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's better that we split it.
Yeah.
Especially in today's
and it goes
society.
back to what Rickey was saying, you know, having clarity about, you know, before we do this, let's make this clear.
If I pay, I want something afterwards.
Be
clear on this.
What you got?
We buy a woman a drink at the club. You know, I've seen brothers that think that that's my girl for the night.
Yeah.
You know,
and so
one drink. That's your girl.
Yeah.
And that goes back to not setting a clear expectation of what is wanted in this relationship.
Thank you for the drink, but that's it.
But I believe this here. I believe that first, let me preface this statement by saying that chivalry is not dead.
No, it's not.
You know, and I feel like this here. If you come into a relationship with someone, then because I learned this lesson, we went on vacation, and my brother, so it's me and my brother and my wife and him and his lady. And so everywhere we're going, I'm opening the door for my wife, but he's not opening the door for his lady, you know. And so by him not doing that, I'm looking like, man, what's going on? But then he actually explained it. He like, Lori don't like when I open the door for her, you know. So to me, that's about your relationship,
right?
You know, whatever that relation is back to the same thing, back to that communication, clear and concise expectations. Whatever your relationship determines, that's the way it is, you know. But just understanding in the beginning, okay, what are we doing? Because to go to your point also, I remember
my wife sound like you was offended that he didn't open the door for
I'm like, why you not open the door, man? Like, bro, you know better than that, bro. You know we were raised my little brother's selfish anyway, so I'm like, oh, he's just being selfish, you know. So I was judging him a little bit, but then I understood later on though, you know. But it also goes back to because I remember it was my wife's birthday one year, and man, I was broke, and so I takes over to a restaurant downtown, and we rolled in there, man, and the plates, you know, the stuff she ordered.
What she wanted.
Oh man, but she didn't know I was. You know, I didn't say that. I just take it to the restaurant. So we run up in the restaurant, man. She ordered these shrimp and grits, man, and blah blah blah. And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this." Blah. I'm like, "Yeah, get it." I'm looking at that thing. I'm like,
"I'm just gonna have a salad."
I'm just gonna. I actually did that. I did that.
You did that.
Yeah, I was like, "I'm just gonna get this salad." She like, I said, "I ain't hungry. You know, I ate before I left."
I ain't hungry. I'm good.
But
it's all about you, baby.
Yeah. But then after that, she told me, she said, "You know what?
It was taking you a long time to drink that drink too, man."
And she told me, my wife, she made it okay. She said, "Hey, listen, you don't have to do that. Just tell me what we can do and what we can't do." You know, but my pride is the thing that wouldn't allow me to do what I needed to do, you know, and just come off the rip and like, yo, hey, we're going to go to Jack in the Box and get 4 tacos. That's all the money I got for right now, you know, something like that.
That's that foolishness inside of us.
That pride.
That pride and just being so primitive.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay over here. It is the man's show. Did I throw that out there?
You did.
Woo! Okay, here we go.
What do you think
he's struggling with seeing? He can't see. Kobe, read that for
women find attractive about That's kind of
That's a good one.
simple there.
But that's a good one.
What do you think women find attractive about you?
About me?
Yes.
Men? Or just
About
in
men.
Men.
Oh, I'm like, well.
I'll start with you. And you can just go and put that off and don't take your shirt off or nothing like that.
Well, now, and I have what we call a modest confidence. You know what I mean? Because if y'all should know my backstory, but I was extremely overweight at one point in time in my life. High blood pressure, diabetes, hypothyroid, you name it, I've had it.
Yeah.
So I've been 400 pounds, been 200 pounds. So now I'm big on health and fitness and mindset. That's my thing. So my confidence may come out to some people as cockiness. Well, you don't know my backstory, so you don't understand why I could be so confident in who I am right now.
Yeah.
Do what I do, wear the clothes.
You wasn't always as confident.
Man, I was a frail fat kid. You know what I'm saying? You know, being a fat man, you know, with a whole bunch of issues, financial issues, mental issues, physical issues. I had them all, right? So what I realized that people find most, because I get it all the time, you know, and this is, I'm not just boasting, because I tell people all the time, like, I'm not even like turned on when somebody say they're attracted to me no more. It does nothing to me. It's just like, they're like, oh my God, you look so. I'm like, thank you. I'm accepted because, again, that's how energy works. I appreciate it.
I just want to tell our viewers, bear with us a moment here while we get our cameras back on action here. I know y'all think we faded out, but we're coming right back.
Y'all good.
Yeah, but I know you can hear, but the visual is coming back real soon. So hang in there. But good, as you do, continue. As you were, I was going to say.
So what women find confident is just a man who's clear.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. It's not even about money no more.
It's not even about
Put it this way. Let's let me rewind just a little bit. Real women enjoy real men.
Yeah. Okay.
Fake women enjoy fake men. You are who you attract. Okay. So if you appreciate a man who's all about money and flash, he gonna want some. That's just clear as day. So
I'm gonna take words from zero.
Yeah.
N-word, watch out.
You know
that can be it.
So that's the truth. So the woman who doesn't mind showing her tail, don't mind a man who don't mind showing his tail as well too. And blowing himself. You know what I'm saying? So real women appreciate real men just saying, hey, this is just who I am.
Right.
Either you like it or you don't like it. And I realized that even before I started meeting he got engaged, when I was just clear and confident like that, man, women love me. Even to this day, like when like, y'all, you know, what's up now? I'm like, I'm good. We can have I'm clear as day. We can have a conversation. We can talk. But I'm not trying to have sex with you. I tell them that straight off the bat.
Well, I think what a woman also is attractive, since the question was, you said,
what do women find attractive about a man?
A man first of all, a man being respectful to himself, which is going to ultimately have him be respectful to you. And then definitely not a real woman does not want a flashy guy. If you're flashy, it is really, really. It's actually a turnoff. It's a turnoff. So I'm not saying dressing nice. It's a difference between dressing nice and being flashy. If you just if you got to be the loudest one in the room, that's a turnoff.
So let me ask you this here, since you're on the show. What do a woman like a man that may be prettier than her?
Well, now are we talking about?
You know, there's some men that just pretty men. There's some men that are pretty, not handsome. It's a difference between being handsome and being pretty.
Me. A pretty man can go on down the street, but a man. You understand? So if you grooming harder than me,
right.
If you are all worried about all of that, now I do want you groomed. Don't come in the beat up dusty shorts. I do want you groomed, but if you're more concerned about outdressing me or outdoing me, we got a problem. Now you are. I'm sorry, guys.
That's a whole nother issue.
That's a whole nother issue.
Right.
So, no, I don't think.
You don't think most women would prefer a man that's like that, then?
No, and y'all tune on in here. Sean, since you're on here, do you want a pretty man? Is a pretty man it's a turn on to you or a turn off?
Where's she at?
She's online.
Oh, okay.
She's online. She's online. She'll
Okay.
come back with it.
Okay.
And we'll let you answer when we get through. Go to the next one.
Okay. Okay.
You can't see it. He can't see, y'all. Help him out. Y'all don't do this to my man. He don't have. They all go. Kobe.
Go to this one right here. In your opinion, where it say in your opinion.
No.
In your opinion, what causes a man to be unfaithful in a relationship?
Oh boy.
Oh
my.
See, Sean said not at all.
No. So Vernon, in your opinion, not just speaking of yourself,
right,
but men in general, and along with your own genuine ality, you know, what makes a man unfaithful in a relationship?
I think that is. I think it has to do with.
You know your wife listening, so
Yeah. That's why I'm answering really careful here. That's why I'm walking slow right now.
You see that? Like,
I see the landmines now. But no, I think it has more to do with. I think all this stuff goes back to the same thing. You know, us not being able to accept who we are. You know, and so we have to try to portray being something or someone else.
Wow.
You know, we have to, we gain our strength from being able to conquer something that's not. You know, because I think about this often. You know, I've been blessed. Not because I've been married, like I said, my first marriage I was married 17 years, and now I've been married 11 years. So I've been married almost 30 years of my life, and I've been blessed not to be in that position to where I've ever cheated on either of my mates. But the reason why is, and I won't say I haven't been close, you know, and maybe put the phone down. But anyway, but I won't say I haven't been close. I won't say I haven't been tempted, because any man that say he haven't been tempted, or any woman that say they haven't been tempted, they're lying. You know, let's be honest with ourselves. You know, but the thing that kept me from falling into temptation is, first of all, understanding who I am and understanding who God has made me.
Okay.
And then also understanding that that when I look at a situation, because I know who I am and I have a certain stance on what my thought process should be, I'm able to rationalize and understand, okay, yo, this is just a temptation. Right. You know, you are something greater than that. You're greater than the temptation, you know, and I think that's the problem. A lot of times we don't know who we are.
We yield.
We yield to that temptation, you know, and
it's so easy to do.
It's easy, you know, and then there are also, you know, you got situations that are going on at home, and you ain't getting this, and you ain't getting, and so when we want to do something, our mind rationalizes what we want to do, you know, and so we have to understand, and a lot of times what we're not doing, we're not looking at life through our spiritual selves. We only look at life through
carnal.
Because we don't have a relationship with our spiritual man.
Looking at the physical
we don't have a relationship with our spiritual man.
Right.
You know, our the part of us that actually speaks to us, the part of us that actually is our life. We don't have a relationship with that person.
Right.
You know, we don't have that balance in our life. You know, everything that we deal with is out here.
Yeah. So Vernon, you well traveled, should I say, in life. Your occupation have you traveling all over the world and things like of that nature, and it may have you spend a lot of time away from home and away from your wife and all these kind of things. And so, I know temptations can be great when you are apart for some time now. And so it's good that you know yourself.
Well, and then also you got to think about this also. So this is what I look at, because I've learned to be empathetic and open myself up. So I've also learned and embraced that part of myself, because my ex-wife cheated on me, and so I know how that feels. And so I never want to put that on anybody. I never, you know, and so when there are times when there's an opportunity to step off, I'm thinking, no, I'm not gonna hurt nobody like I got hurt.
Now, this ex-wife, you speak of her often. And she must have cut you real deep there.
Yeah, she got me.
Yeah.
But I got her too. I ain't gonna front. And I'm not talking about like cheating, but what I'm saying is, and this is a conversation that
the end result.
Yeah. Well, no. What happened is that when we got married, like we discussed earlier, I didn't know who I was. She didn't know who she was. And so we got married really young, and we were really incomplete people. I know I was an incomplete man. And so there are a lot of things that I done, a lot of things that I put her through, not taking care of business, not taking care of, and I was a good husband. I was faithful, but I was just trying and I was just learning. There were no finances taught in my house when I was growing up. My dad didn't sit me down and say, hey man, this is a checkbook.
Yeah.
You know what I learned about a checkbook? I was talking to my uncle last night. So I have an uncle, he's like a year older than me. He's like, man, Junior, man, you had checks all over town. And I was like, yeah, but I ain't had a check in 25 years. I don't want hold checkbooks no more.
I think one of the things that I wanted to kind of jump in, not cutting off. I asked a question of, and going back to the question I asked Sean, what is attractive to a woman? And not only did Sean respond, Sean said she said, I want a man. I don't need a pimp.
Yeah.
I don't need a man pimping. And then Sonia Smith say, I prefer a modest man.
Yeah.
So the reason I went back to that is just what I was saying earlier. Thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying that, because I think a lot of times in a man's eye, you think you know what we want.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we voice what we want, and you guys talk past it because you want to give us what you think we need.
Yeah.
So I think the ladies just answered that question.
Well, but I also think too is that because society put you as a man in that role. So you just told me to man up. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, ladies, they trying to come from block and handle that.
You see what I'm saying? So if you tell me to man up,
that's what you're gonna do.
And I made in the image and the likeness of God, then my job is to start dictating, right?
Yeah.
And start delegating and all that, right? No, but that's no. What I'm saying is that's not my job. Okay. But what I'm saying is you just put me there. Yes.
Man up.
Yeah. You just put me there.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
So we need to watch the words.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
That's cold right there.
Yeah.
You know what? As bad as that.
All right, Vernon, that was good.
Well, I'm just saying. No, because
man, I couldn't have fought her better than myself. You did good, man. Thank you, man.
No, don't start there. Now you gotta give me a trouble.
You know what?
I still gotta go home.
Yeah.
And I still got 5 sisters. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Watch this here. Watch this. I got family in the house. You want to come on? Come on. I got family in the house. Come on, cousin.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I really like what you said.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Because
a lot of sense.
Yeah, because I have to tell people like, yo, and I told my son this. I say, as soon as you put yourself in a position to where you're trying to control the person that you with,
right
now, not only what you only what you're doing is you're actually messing up because God don't control us. He gives us free will. So now I'm making myself greater than God.
Exactly.
Wow.
And you making a miss.
And you're making a miss.
Yes.
Because
You know what I'm
never
saying?
mount up to it.
Yeah, you never mount up to it.
That's perfect. That is right there. That was powerful. Right.
Mhm.
I mean, ain't nothing need to be said on that. I don't think I ever been
my
shut
knees.
down
No,
like that. I think we need to go on a commercial break.
I know we're still rolling. That's a good one.
I'm trying to do my old man stretch on my knees
Oh,
right here.
Lord.
I've been
man.
cramping in the doggone seat here for a minute. And my next question is probably going to be the last one before we have to start wrapping it up. I don't know yet, but where was my question then? How do you gain?
Kobe got it.
Yeah, Kobe, give me that question there.
How do you gain support when others are so doubtful?
Okay, how do you gain support?
Let's get on that.
When you have haters, when you have haters around.
Yeah. Well, number one would be disassociate yourself from the haters. Like identify them quickly. That'll be the main thing. And the sucky part about that is that the people that hate on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know them because they have nothing supportive to say, nothing supportive to do. Everything they say is always contradicted to what you got going on. They're questioning every action, everything you make. It's like, where does the support come from this particular person? So immediately, like, that person does not need to be in my life. I don't care if it's your mom, I don't care if it's your daddy, cousin, sister.
Because I was finna go there, So those people are people ready. Cut your mom off.
Cut them off.
Hey, look.
Yes.
Look, this is on a deeper level of thinking,
Yes.
right? We have tied ourselves in an emotional way to our family unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Okay, we feel obligated to do certain things, and we're not talking about
No, I understand.
situations like
Yeah.
you know, what I'm saying? There are certain things you can do, and certain people you need to be associated with, but we're growing and evolving, right? If you grow and evolve, and there's no in the world you should go back home and let somebody cut you back down.
Yeah.
It makes absolutely no sense.
No sense
right?
at
You know
all.
what I'm saying? So if my mother, my dad, they've done their job on a deeper level of thinking. My parents' job was to bring me into this world, give me a decent foundation, kick me out the nest, say, go figure it out, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's supposed to happen.
You got your wings.
You got your wings. Hey, are you gonna make it? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's out of our hands. It's in God's hands. Right?
Yeah.
God's hand, meaning you were supposed to be doing things to line yourself up with your purpose.
Yeah.
If you're not doing that, then you're going to fail.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. If I keep going back and I realize that they're bringing me down, they're not helping me out, there's no particular support to help me elevate in the area where I know I should be fulfilling my purpose, I have to cut you off if I want to live on purpose. If I want to live a prosperous life, if I want to live on purpose, I have to surround myself with people who have the same mindset. Okay. And if they're not doing that, they say you're the average of the top 5 people you hang around. So if you hang around a bunch of people who are losers, who are broke, who are overweight, who are unhealthy, guess what? You're the 5th one.
Yes.
You're the 5th person, right?
Yeah, that's mighty good.
Yeah. So it makes no sense to know. This is the part that bothers me about us nowadays. Because everything is out there. It's known. You know the people who don't like you, but you keep hanging around them because that makes you feel comfortable. You're comfortable in your misery. Okay?
Yeah. I need you to repeat that one more again.
They're very comfortable in their misery.
Yeah.
Okay, because they have associated themselves.
So
with
you must want to be miserable.
You want to be miserable.
You must want to. You are.
Right. You are miserable, and so when somebody is elevating, that person makes you feel uncomfortable. Okay, that person's being better. It's like, you think again, you think you this, you think you're better. No. You think I'm better, but you know that you suck, and that's your problem. And that's your problem. So I keep telling people all the time. I say, hey, every time I see you, something's changing. I said, I realize you're supposed to evolve. Our bodies getting broken down every single day. You technically have a whole new body every year. A new heart, new skin cells, new eye. Everything is being redone and evolving, right? So if you're stuck in the same place and you're hanging around the same people and you know for a fact that they're not going anywhere, again, this has nothing to do with a person's financial status, anything like that. It's all about you knowing yourself and knowing where you want to go.
Where you want to go.
If you value yourself enough and you're like, man, I'm not happy being broke. I'm not happy being overweight. I'm not happy being unhealthy. Why do I keep hanging out with the same unhappy, unhealthy people over and over? It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. That's good.
Your support system, that's why I say going back to the God mindset, right? God delegated everybody to do a particular thing, right? So if a person has one thing,
everybody and everything,
if that person has one thing that can help you elevate in your particular area, that's the one person you're supposed to be around, which is why I'm on the show right now. You know what I'm saying? This is one area where we can excel at. We talk, we're doing what we're doing right now. We advertise. This is one intentional purpose, right? So why would I go around somebody else who's like, I think I want to be, and they're not doing absolutely nothing. I respect you, I love you, but I know where I'm going.
I got to go.
I got to go. So,
and it's okay. You know, it's scary because we've been conditioned to say, well, that's my family or that's my friend. They've been there a long time. So for me to cut it off it's uncomfortable, but what are they going to think about me? Well, what's going to happen to me as a person, as an individual, if I stay in this? I mean, I'm just killing myself.
Don't depress yourself just for association. It makes no sense.
What was that question again?
That was deep.
Don't depress yourself just for association. No, they have to be. Look, people. You have to meet people where they are. And even when I'm coaching people, when I'm training people, sorry, I mean to cut you off. When I'm coaching people and training people, I tell them the same exact thing. I never expect you to do what I'm doing. I need you to be where you are, be comfortable where you are, but be okay with the small process. Man,
if you gotta go.
Like if you do one thing better.
So the answer to your question is, you've gained to a place where you can actually cut people off. You know where you're going in life, and so you don't let the haters kind of hold you back from going where you need to go. I
use everybody for everything. Everybody has a use. I don't care. Everybody has a purpose. Again, even the hater or the person who ain't doing nothing, they still have a purpose. Because even when let's say the person's not trying to go where you want to go, right? when you need that downtime to be like, you know what, I just need to chill out. I just need to like do some, I like to call it Port Arthur stuff. I just need to do some Port Arthur stuff, right? Go back home, chill out, eat some barbecue, do whatever. I need that from that particular part of my family. You know what I'm saying? So I got them for that. When I need to talk business, I can talk to my family.
Yeah,
like
you can, right.
I talk to y'all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it just makes sense. You know?
It makes sense. Okay. And that question again was what?
How do you gain support?
Yeah. Okay. When you're around doubters. Yeah.
Well, I think with me, I look at it from a different standpoint.
But that's why it was two of you on the show, because we get different perspectives.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. What I never try to do is I never try to gain anybody's support anymore. And the reason why is that nobody is going to see the vision that you see.
Come on, say that again.
Nobody's going to see it.
That right there.
And so if I give you my vision, expecting you to see my vision,
right.
That's just like a prime example. Some other brother, he went and bought him a '67 Ford Fairlane. He like, oh man, I got this car, blah 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 blah, and this man is tight and everything like that. So I sent a picture of it to my daddy, and my daddy said, "Why you buy such an old car?" Nobody sees it. Nobody else can see your vision. And so what I stopped doing, because what would happen is I would try to get the support of people and get people on my side, and only thing that does is just leads to frustration.
Right.
And leads
you don't need to be doing all that. You don't need to do all
that. And then you still gonna see something wrong with me.
Right.
And then if I get to doing it too good, now you're gonna have a problem because the light is shining on you now. So
what you not
hold on, wait.
Wait, we can't let him go by that.
Go back.
You know what I'm saying? So
intentional.
So if my light, is shining on, it starts to shine. If the room is dark and there's bugs in the room, and then all of a sudden I bust in with the light, bam, then everything gonna start moving. That don't want to be a part of the light.
Right.
And so
y'all don't even understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Start scattering.
You don't even understand what you just said.
And because we are who we are as people, and we have our insufficiencies, and we have our times in life when we are and we're not our 100 selves. When the light hit us, then the first thing we do is we start to we reflect in the light. Oh, you think you this, you think you this, or you ain't this, or you got this problem, or you used to do this. Well, what I try to do,
don't worry about what I used to do.
What I try to do is I check my own off. Yeah, I check my own off. I don't need you to check my off for me. I check my own off. So I know when I'm wrong. I know when I'm wrong, and I know when I'm right. And I know, because like my wife would tell you all the time, me and her have a conversation, I come back, and she said, you really introspective like that. I'm like, I got to go check my oil. Because if you say something to piss me off, then something happened with me. It ain't happened with you. You just speaking whatever your truth is.
I didn't let you infiltrate this my being now. So I got to stop.
So I'm not looking for your support. Now if you come and you lend to what's happening here, and it's something that's going to be positive, then I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna run with it. But I don't need your support. Because the scripture tells us that, when my mother and father forsake me, then the Lord will lift me up. You don't say nothing about Rickey gonna lift me up.
Before we go,
we're not going yet.
I know, but I got to get this question here. Can you please ask the question at the end? I know, baby.
You taking over my show again. I told you.
I know. I said you told me I could.
Because I wanted to go somewhere real quick before we go.
But I wanted this question asked.
Let's make it quick. Let's make it quick.
Go ahead.
Last question?
Yes.
All right. At what point did you discover that your own opinion is the most significant? Or do you believe otherwise?
I think he just answered that one, but in a way.
I want to go there. Go ahead.
No, that's deep. I love that question.
Make it.
Yeah, I got you.
The quick version, if you will.
Very simple. Very simple. When I became very comfortable with myself as a whole, my opinion became very valid. Because I keep saying I qualify myself for everything that I'm doing. It's not just waste of words. It's not just my opinion. It's not just it sounds good. No. My thoughts, my opinion of myself are very valid because I'm actually doing all the things that I said I can and should be doing according to my ability to do everything. That's what the whole thing is. So I'm good with myself.
Now, what about when it comes to others? Your opinion?
my opinion about other people?
Yes.
Now look, let me tell you something. Like,
well, how can you qualify that?
Do you validate that? Do you stand on everything on that as well?
Let me tell you, I got a filter. You know.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna be very clear. Again, I'm saying the basic thing. Like I keep saying over and over. I'm very intentional with my words, and I don't waste my words on unnecessary people. Okay, if I feel like you aren't, I'm going to use the word worthy, but it's very, very true. Yeah. Your actions tell everything. How you think tells everything. How you speak tells everything. So why would I waste my opinion of myself or about you with you? It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, if there's something, again, I get this part. I help people, I help a lot of people. I coach janitors as Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But I realize that when a person doesn't come, nobody comes to the well unless they're thirsty. Okay, so if you don't want nothing, I'm not offering you anything.
Okay. You're not gonna waste your words.
It's not,
because you already know how they're walking up to the
so you come to me, you like, I have a desire to do something. I'm like, man, I'm all in.
Come on in.
I actually oversell myself. I give way too much. Even my client said, and I said, man, you do a whole lot because you gave me that much.
You gave me that much.
Like Rickey is ever evolving.
And I want everybody to evolve.
He's a unique individual, and everybody not built like you. You know?
Actually, everybody is.
I mean, you took this mind over matter thing and ran with it. You know, a lot of people can't look past their circumstances, therefore not able to evolve like you have.
Do you think that they are not able, or
everybody is able.
But I think people are more fearful, and sometimes people get comfortable, and so they're more willing to just stay where they are instead of taking that first step. And if you just take that step.
But you know what? This is why it's necessary.
Hold up, Rickey. That same question. I want to get his little opinion on that.
So the question was,
what's the question?
What was the question?
At what point did you discover that your own opinion is the most significant?
Or I think that happened when I used to listen to everyone else. So when it's time to make a decision, I listen to somebody else and do what they say or what you want. But then the consequences come back. I'm holding the bag.
Wow.
You
so
know what I'm saying?
That reminds me when the segments first started and you heard "Man Up." You know, you was listening to too many outside voices, and so you got to man up.
But a lot of people, that's what happens in life. Is that you take everybody's stuff, or you're with you with your mate, and so you got a big decision to make, and instead you guys, this is my opinion, this is what I blah blah blah, this is what I would do, and then you go do that, and then when it don't come back right. Ain't nobody looking and saying, but you made the decision, but she the one gave you that information. That's the bad information she gave you. Nobody say that.
Right.
The only thing they say is, you screwed up.
Right. But let me just say the real. I promise it'll take 5 seconds. But this is why.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
You don't have 5 seconds in you, dog.
This is why I thoroughly feel everybody should be and have to be successful in their own mind, in their own life. Because once you are comfortable with your success, with however you want to measure it, I can feed off of you. You know what I'm saying? But if you're just in this impoverished mindset and you just keep feeling I can't do,
my God.
You're draining yourself and you're draining everybody else.
around you.
If your success is like, you know what, I made $1 more this year than I did last year. Great. Congratulations. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing those successful things. And now we can talk. Now we can have a conversation.
Because you're not stuck.
Thank you. You're not stuck.
You're not stuck.
There you go.
So let me take this here real quick here. I want to dive into something real serious right quick. And it's called how do you, let me see how I'm gonna put this in. Come on, Lawrence, get it together. How do you cultivate? How do you keep yourself going throughout life? Let's just put it like this. Most of us as men, we do things, all the things that we do in life, we want somebody to be proud of us for doing it. And how do you cultivate when not hearing those words, especially when they come from your father? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, every little boy wanted daddy. That's why we played sports.
Yeah.
That's why we did things rough and tough.
Yeah.
So he can say, "Man, I'm proud of you, son."
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's some words I'm just hearing now from my father. And I'm wondering, have you ever heard those words from your dad? And if not, how did you keep building yourself up in that arena? And we'll start with Rickey, the
I'll be
quick
quick
version.
I know, right? I know, right? The quick version is this: life is a beautiful journey. Journey meaning long distance.
Yeah.
Right. Once you get to a place where you know yourself, you're comfortable with yourself, you challenge yourself in areas where you know you should be working on. Okay, so it's not about anybody else no more. I'm thinking about the concept of a journey and going on a long trip, right? There's rest stops. You got to stop and refuel. And it doesn't happen every 5 seconds. It doesn't happen every 5 miles. It happens periodically. Think about you going across country.
Right.
There's a gas station maybe every 20, 30,
It's a
40
journey.
minutes. It's a journey.
Yeah.
So the people that are supposed to be supporting you, saying, good job, I'm proud of you, they're the ones that's going to meet you there at the rest
stop. I'm
stop.
talking about in particular when it comes from the father.
That's what I'm saying. Like you get to as an adult, nobody's going to always be around.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not going to always be there. So you have to be more self-sufficient and self-motivated. And when you get to that point where you see dad, mom, cousin, brother, somebody be like, good job, I'm proud of you. That's the rest stop. That's the Buc-ee's on the way across town. You know what I mean? So it's
but many of us as young men, we've been yearning to hear those words from as young boys.
You may not ever get it.
And many of us will never hear it.
Yes.
And and so therefore you have to learn how to go through life, should I say.
So your question.
And not expect it.
Yeah, but I think this here too, though. I think that there comes a time when, as we grow, that we have to, like you say, you have to face that fact. That, hey, you may go.
I'm not gonna ever hear that.
Yeah,
from
you're
him,
not.
So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get it.
So guess what I did? I pushed those rules of engagement now. You understand what I'm saying? That was a time in my life when I was really mad at my father. I did not, I would gander to say on an emotional state, I hated my father, but it was just an emotional feeling, and so once I began to grow and begin to understand where he was, so I began to understand his plight in life, and the things that he went through in his life that caused him to be in that place. Right. And so I said, you know what? I know how to do this.
I gotta forgive him for that.
Let me push the rules of engagement. So I started picking him up and take him to breakfast and hang out with him and talk to him and figure out what his hopes and his dreams were, and start ministering to him. And so that began to soothe the savage beast within me. But I couldn't do that at first because I was so really what it's about me taking myself out of the catbird. Like, man, I get this, and my dad ain't do this.
And what I did personally, and we got to wrap this up. I went and had the conversation with my dad.
But see, you can have that conversation.
I got tired of waiting on it, so I say, look here, man, I'm gonna tell you what's bothering me right now. So that's how we go. I got it, baby. I'm not like you, honey.
No, they texted me.
Yeah. Okay. So, having said that, you want to close the show?
No, you did. I do want to.
Yeah, because I know you.
I want to say this here. Even though every first of the month I say I'm going to step back, it's so hard because I'm so proud. First of all, my co-host, my husband, my everything is always there supporting.
God bless you.
He does such a wonderful job at just really getting into the man conversation. So even though I jump in and I do what I do, I'm just going to do what I do anyway. But this has been a fantastic show, and I'm going to make sure that I turn it back to you to end the show.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you guys that are viewing the show right now. We did have a little technical difficulty at one point of the show, and we're glad to be back on air. We're glad to be back on air. And thank y'all for still sticking in there with us. I want to thank the people from Raise to Praise radio station, those that are listening on that particular app over there on Raise to Praise. Thank you. I want to thank you for Facebook. Facebook, that's the one I want to go to. Facebook folk, we want to thank y'all for listening and viewing the show later today. I know that you guys will tune in later today to watch the show. So God bless you and thank you for that. And when we end the show, we like to tell the people a little something about what we got out of the show. press something on somebody's heart that may encourage them along this tedious journey. What my man Rickey was just saying about the journey.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna start with Brother Vernon over here, if he would just.
So one thing I would say, and I actually wrote down some points, but I can't get to them now because I'm not really savvy with my phone. My phone doing stuff to me. But so this is what I would say. Listen to your inner voice. That's always important. As a man, you have to listen to what God has already put in you. You know, and you have to trust that God is with you, even when you misstep. Because when you misstep, the people around you don't even understand sometimes your misstep. You don't even understand, you know, but you just got to trust that, hey, the Almighty is still with me and I'm still able to move forward. Check your own oil. Check your own oil, you know, and don't put off doing it, which you're supposed to be doing. Do it right the first time and you would not have to repeat the task.
I like to check your own oil, check your attitude, check
you
your
know
own self attitude, you know, throughout life.
And always move when the window of opportunity is open.
All right. Thank you, Brother Vernon, for coming on to the show today. Man. We really appreciate you. I know Vernon finna travel across the country, across the pond somewhere in a minute, and he won't be here for a little while. So, thank you for taking this last Saturday.
I appreciate y'all for having me
with us on the show.
Thank you so much.
I have really enjoyed myself.
You'll be back.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I thought I got myself in trouble.
No, you'll be back. You are welcome back.
Rickey,
you're part of the family.
What you got for the people, Rick?
Keep it very simple. Obviously, I always enjoy being here. I enjoy the conversation. I enjoy my cousin. I'm really happy for you, and I love what y'all doing, man. I keep it very simple by saying this: life doesn't get easier; you just get better at dealing with it.
Yeah,
be very comfortable being uncomfortable with all of your uncomfortableness.
Yes,
okay, and that's going to make you a better person. Doesn't matter you're a man, woman, or whatever. Just be the best version of yourself.
Yes.
Wow.
All
righty. And
you want to save yourself for last as the host?
You hosting the day. Okay. I want to say I got out of this show that if we just take the time to listen to one another.
Yes.
And ladies, let's stop telling our men and the men to man up.
Yeah.
Those words are triggers and very painful. Unless you got all your crap together, who are you to judge them?
Amen.
And I'm gonna leave that right there.
Amen. And my thing is gonna be confidence and esteem. You know, there are some things you can do about self-esteem and confidence. If you're too fat, lose some weight, stop eating. You know, you can't change the stature of yourself. You can't change how tall you're gonna be or how small you're gonna be. But the things you can change, go ahead and do it.
Change.
If you have a problem with those things in life, do something. What are you saying to me?
It's 10 o'clock.
Okay. Well, you don't like that when I do it to you.
I know, I'm listening.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So having said that, you know, because we're not going to go to the whole room. Okay. So having said that, but thank y'all. Let's wave at the folks. It's 10 o'clock. We got to get ready for Ike on the mic coming on to the set at 10 o'clock. Be sure to tune in to him as well. God bless you. We love you. Peace
Peace out.